Tonight, emergency evacuations are carried out at several businesses after a generator explodes into flames in the William Peter Boulevard. 5 people are left homeless after a Tuesday afternoon fire in Vieux Fort. And new coronavirus or COVID-19 begins to sweep through Europe and has now reached Latin America. We have the details of these stories and more coming up.
This is the Hot 7 Nightly News with Lovelace and Amy Joseph.
Good night. It is Wednesday, the 26th of February, 2020. Welcome to the Hot 7 TV Nightly News. We're on Flow Channel 117 on KISS FM and our Caribbean Hot TV Facebook page. I'm Lovely St. Amy Joseph. Thank you for joining us. Businesses located in the William Peter Boulevard in Castries had to be evacuated Wednesday morning after a generator burst into flames. The generator was located between Massey Stores and the Chiriqui building and was serving the Chiriqui building. All the nearby businesses, including Massey Stores, Republic Bank, and the food court in the Chiriqui building, were evacuated. Our cameras were on scene.
An alleged generator explosion resulted in several business places being evacuated in the heart of the William Peter Boulevard early Wednesday morning. Traffic was temporarily halted, and as you can see behind me, it was not a matter of business as usual. One eyewitness who heard the entire commotion but did not want to be on camera gave us details of what occurred.
There was a massive explosion where I work. There were all the electrical plant control room. Then I was smelling electrical appliances burning. And everyone who came in, I would ask them would they smell it, and they said yes. All of a sudden I sat down and I just heard a big blast and the building started to shake. And the vehicles around, the alarm came off. And I sat back down for a time thinking to call my manager of the place, and all of a sudden a gentleman came in and he told me, please don't panic, come. When he held me, he grabbed me by my arm and he asked me to look up to the right. I saw a blaze of fire already attacking all the electrical wirings there, and then when I alerted everyone to evacuate the place, the explosion started to come very frequent, and the fire service people, they came and they evacuated people from Massey Supermarket, Beauty Max, and the nearby environments to leave. That's about 5 to 6 explosions. I've been there already. I start smelling the burning thing about 8:30, and up to now, they're under investigation.
I was just exiting the customs building at the back there from upstairs, and as I passed this very alleyway, an explosion, and people started running. So as anything else, I went away from the scene by Massey to shore. Then about 5 minutes later, a second louder one erupted, and people saying fire. But I didn't see any smoke flame, but it's an explosion. So then I was considered one of my customs people upstairs there, because they heard the thing, but they're not sure. So I called them and they evacuated the building. And for now, I heard there's no casualties, but that's what as far as I did. But I was literally passing at the exact time they exploded. Thank God, no material and debris didn't fly. People got injured. So I'm very thankful for that.
Another eyewitness lauded the St. Lucia Fire Service for their quick action.
Well, apparently, unconfirmed reports speak about probably a fire or some disturbance in probably a generator in one of the public establishments. I really do not know, but of course, 911 was summoned and law enforcement and the fire department responded within a matter of seconds to this venue as soon as possible. As to if they have it under control, most likely there is no injuries or no explosion and so forth, so may have been a minor incident, but they already have it under control, and the fire investigators and law enforcement is handling the situation right now.
Fortunately, the matter was dealt with swiftly and the incident was not as serious, and so within a couple of hours, normalcy was returned to the William Peter Boulevard. Reporting for Hot 7 News, I'm Rochelle Gonzalez.
Thank you very much, Rochelle. Several European countries have announced their first coronavirus cases, all apparently linked to the growing outbreak in Italy. Austria, Croatia, Greece, Switzerland all have cases involving people who had been to Italy, as did Algeria in Africa. The first positive virus test has also been recorded in Latin America from a Brazilian resident who just returned from Italy. Italy has in recent days become Europe's worst affected country. Authorities have confirmed more than 300 cases of new coronavirus and 12 deaths there. The most recent, a 70-year-old resident of Lombardy who died after being taken into intensive care. The country has also seen 4 children infected. Its neighbors, however, have decided that closing borders would be disproportionate. Health ministers from France, Germany, Italy, and the EU Commission committed to keeping frontiers open at a meeting on Tuesday as new cases of the virus emerged throughout Europe and in central and southern Italy. A fire at Calvary Hill View Fort on Tuesday afternoon has left 5 people homeless. A nearby residence was partially damaged by the fire. The View Fort and Mico fire stations each responded with a fire truck after receiving the call at about 4:51 p.m., but the structure was already fully engulfed in flames. No one was injured as a result of the fire. An investigation is underway into the cause of the blaze. In other news, workers attached to the Sanitation and Works Department of the Castries Constituencies Council (CCC) have gone back to work after what appeared to be strike action. The CCC says the workers downed tools on Monday and Tuesday without their trade union representative, the NWU, formally notifying CCC management of the reason for the industrial action. In light of this, Council's management put contingency plans in place to maintain services and ensure that all facilities were functioning and that streets within the city were kept clean. Since then, the CCC has received correspondence from the Labour Department summoning the management of CCC and the union to an urgent meeting to be held on Thursday, the 27th of February at 1:30 p.m. at the Labour Department. A statement updating members of the public on the decisions from Thursday's meeting will be made subsequently. A Catholic priest is urging respect and reverence for the Lenten season. He says this could help address the troubling crime situation. Rochelle Gonzalez explains in this report.
As the 26th of February signifies the start of the Lenten season, otherwise known as Ash Wednesday, we decided to revisit a major change that was made in the local calendar, namely the removal of Carnival from the month of February, placing it into the month of July. We spoke to Monsignor Eustace Thomas, who explained the significance of the original dates.
Carnival, as I said already, was a way whereby you said goodbye to the flesh, goodbye to alcohol. Carnival means carni vale, farewell to the flesh. But during Lent, preceded by the 2 days of Carnival, we asked to change our modus vivendi, our modus operandi, our way of life. For instance, I find for Carnival time, we do all kinds of foolishness, immorality, curse words, sexual promiscuity, a time to take revenge, to drink more alcohol. Lent is telling us, let's look back at our lives, take stock of what's happening, and change our way of life.
Monsignor Thomas urged St. Lucians to use the Lenten season as a tool to curb the crime situation in St. Lucia.
I'm concerned about criminal activity. I heard gunshots a few nights ago, and find too many deaths. People walk in fear. So we should really use this Lenten season to change our way of life, to have a radical transformation of our lives. That's the basic conversion. War on drugs, carnal drugs. Everybody has a high-powered rifle. You have to cut down the pace. And it's good for us as Christians, it's good for us as a nation. In other words, we must showcase St. Lucia as a place of peace, not of war.
For Hot 7 News at the Minor Basilica of the Immaculate Conception, I am Rochelle Gonzalez.
The Guidance Counseling Services Unit of the Ministry of Education, in collaboration with Loverly Sheridan and the Buddy Ambassadors campaign, hosted training on creating a buddy culture in the classroom. The Buddy Ambassadors Buddy Bench campaign is an ongoing anti-bullying campaign designed by author, youth advocate, and Palm Beach Illustrated Prestigious Educator of the Year recipient, Loverly Sheridan. The initiative is based on her book, Be a Buddy, Not a Bully, which is geared towards children in grades pre-K to 3, ages 4 to 10, to help raise awareness and help end bullying in schools. Sheridan is a St. Lucia native who has rolled out her program, which includes donating buddy benches to schools in both the U.S. and St. Lucia. On Tuesday, the 25th of February, she collaborated with the Ministry of Education to host the Buddy Ambassadors Creating a Buddy Culture in the Classroom workshop. The program was created to provide support to teachers and educators to help spread the buddy culture in schools.
Is really just to raise awareness within teachers, provide support and help to them on how we can create a buddy culture in schools. Of course, I'm going out to the schools, I'm talking to the children and the kids and providing them with tips and tools on how to create a buddy culture. But we are aware that the teachers also need the support, they need help in learning how to create that environment in the classroom and in the school. So they need the support also. So today I'm just providing some tips and some tools and some ideas on how we can provide that support to students.
The coordinator of the Guidance Counseling Services Unit of the Ministry of Education, Joycelyn Eugene, says it is important to build peer-to-peer relationships and peer-to-peer support. This initiative, she says, helps to build and reinforce these positive concepts.
It's important for us to have this training because we have recognized that there are reports of bullying in our schools among children, and it's also a part of helping children develop conflict resolution, ways of interacting, communicating when they have a disagreement, but more importantly, practicing kindness. And so the angle of this workshop is not necessary to speak about the bullying, but speaking about the type of character that we want to develop, which is a character of kindness and tolerance and inclusiveness with children.
During the workshop, teachers learned tips and strategies on how to create a warm, friendly, and welcoming environment which is conducive to learning, while maximizing students' social and academic growth. Teachers also learned effective strategies on how to address situations of bullying between students. All of the teachers who participated received a Buddy Ambassador Certificate of Completion. Currently, 26 schools on island have buddy benches donated by Loverly Sheridan along with her corporate sponsors to encourage positive peer relationships. This is the Hot 7 TV Nightly News. Still to come, District 3 remembers Alan Gabriel. The Diabetes and Hypertension Association partners with the OECS for a Love Your Feet campaign, and all the excitement of Leon Hess Comprehensive Secondary School sports. That and more coming up after the break.